You've had a frenemy, complicated relationship with Elon Musk over the years, given lawsuits and other things back and forth. What do you think of his role in all of this, and what do you think DOGE can actually do?
JPMorgan CEO Jamie Dimon, he's also at the WEF. And Dimon, I think, has been, I would say, over the last year or two, really sort of falling on the right side of all of this, realizing that capitalism is good. He's the CEO of JPMorgan. You might be into capitalism, realizing that freedom is good, realizing that innovation is good, and that's brought him onto the Elon side of things. He talked about that right here.
I'm curious what you think about DOGE and what Elon Musk is doing. You've had a frenemy, complicated relationship with Elon Musk over the years, given lawsuits and other things back and forth. What do you think of his role in all of this, and what do you think DOGE can actually do?
Elon and I have hugged it out.
You've hugged it out?
Yeah, he came to one of our conferences. He and I had a nice long chat. We've settled some of our differences. And the guy, I mean, you got to look at Elon. I mean, SpaceX. I mean, Tesla. Neuralink. The guy is our Einstein. And so and I like to be helpful to him and his company as much as we can. I think it is completely rational for someone to look at our government and say it's been ineffective. Of the grievances, I would say that you have inner city schools and educations, income didn't go up for the bottom 20% for the better part of 20 years, literally until the tail end of Trump's first administration. But we deserve good government. And I don't think anyone thinks sending another $1 trillion to Washington, D.C. will lend to good government. So government needs to be more accountable. It needs to be more efficient. It should be outcomes-based. I mean, I say department by department, so I wish them the best. It's going to be complicated. As you know, the federal government's complicated. You read about all the people in it. And so, if we could be helpful to them, and I'd love to be helpful to them.
Yeah, I think it's fairly obvious why I wanted to show you that clip. That's the Trump effect right there. What did he say at the beginning? Yeah, me and Elon used to have some problems. We just hugged it out. Like, what Trump is now doing is creating this alliance of people, not only political people, but tech people and financial people who are all coming together to solve the problem. And what is the problem? Well, the problem largely is that our government no longer was working for we the people, right? So why wouldn't you want to work with the Albert Einstein of our time instead of trying to destroy him every day, like AOC has spent the last 3 days calling him Hitler on Twitter? Instead of doing that, maybe you'd want to work with the guy who's going to come in and make the government more efficient because he knows a little something about building companies. And then you take Jamie Dimon, who's in charge of probably the most, one of the 3 most powerful financial institutions in the world. And they could kind of come together and figure out, boy, can we make the government more efficient? And he also seemingly understands that just another $1 trillion to the government doesn't do anything. Guys, are globalists gearing up for another pandemic after losing at the ballot box in November? After a severe case of H5N1 bird flu was reported in Louisiana, critics warned that pandemic fears could be weaponized to challenge Trump's agenda, including the nomination of RFK Jr. to lead HHS. So is this a genuine health crisis or just a power play? Last summer, Dr. Peter McCullough sounded the alarm about bird flu, linking its rapid spread to gain-of-function research, now commonplace in labs worldwide. Dr. McCullough emphasizes the importance of early prevention, recommending the Contagion Emergency Kit from the Wellness Company. This medical board-approved kit contains 5 critical life-saving medications, including ivermectin, Tamiflu, HCQ, and a nebulizer, making it easier for every household to prepare for the unexpected. Getting your kit is simple. Fill out a digital intake form, and it'll arrive at your doorstep in 1 to 2 weeks. Don't wait until it's too late or until the deep state puts their plans into motion. Be proactive, stay ready, and protect your family now. Head on over to twc.health/Rubin and use code Rubin to save $48 plus get free shipping on your kit. That's 15% off for U.S. residents only.